Hello everyone and welcome back to Lights Out Lounge. Episode 2 is now on your screens, in your ears. How good. My name is Jayden Maraska and to my right, as she will each week, Brianna Ross.
Hello again.
Back for another episode.
I'm back.
How good.
Post Australia and China double header.
Yeah.
All in one.
Just in case you didn't catch the first episode, we have to do a double header because we were meant to start this about a month ago. We were both very busy. So tough schedules, just, different events, different things.
It was my
to attend to.
birthday.
It was Brianna's birthday, 22. Big party on the weekend.
While watching the sprint.
We were watching qualifying. I was literally hot spotting off some random bloke just to get some internet.
And you know what? I wish I didn't watch it.
I didn't. Yeah, it was terrible. And then the next day, I was watching the race at a footy game, and terrible internet up the stadium, just horrendous. It's 144 pixels, just squares. I couldn't even make it.
Trust me, you didn't want to watch that race. It's probably good
great.
You couldn't see it.
Don't worry, I watched it when I got home, and I wish I didn't. But we'll get into that a little bit later before I fucking explode. Okay.
Let's backtrack to Australia, which wasn't that much better. We were actually there. Fun fact.
We were there. We were at the race and
spent a lot of money to get there.
A lot of money
to see Lewis debut in a Ferrari. What?
Yeah. And what happened there?
What could go wrong?
We'll get into it in a bit, but I noticed you said that it wasn't great. Now I thought that as well. First off, I thought the race was a snooze fest. Genuinely, I thought it was horrific. But apparently...
I enjoyed it.
I loved it.
But it wasn't as good race as everyone thinks because if there was no safety car, they would have won by over a minute, that McLaren.
Yeah, well, the rain helped. I think Max is very good in the rain. Let's get to qualifying first because there was a lot happening before the race. Let's get to qualifying. All right, because don't worry, me and you as Ferrari fans will load up on the race in terms of Ferrari strategy
don't worry
calls.
about that.
So,
bloody hot day, may I? Oh my God, Melbourne.
10,000 degrees Celsius that day.
I
was sweating.
I literally couldn't think straight.
I couldn't think straight. We ran out of water. My dad came with 8 bottles of water for me, for the 5 of us. So it was myself and Brianna, of course, our 2 dads, and then my good friend as well, who joined us for his first F1 experience, and we ran out of water. And a bottle of water at the F1 was about, $7, was it? For a fucking bottle of water.
Plus a 2-hour wait in the line.
Yeah, just an absolute shit show. It was more of a shit show, though, for Ollie Behrman. Gearbox just said, you know what, after the crash on Friday, his gearbox just said, you're dreaming. If you think I'm functioning today, you're having a laugh. I'm not functioning. So as soon as he went out on his outlap, just his gearbox just shut itself and just said, you know what, I'm starting you from the pit lane. And rightly so. Ollie Behrman had a tough first weekend in F1. Really tough.
Oh, yeah. It wasn't great.
A crash on Friday. It took him out of practice 2.
Yeah, that was unfortunate.
Then, practice 3, the guy beaches it. Then in qualifying, he just had a terrible... And then...
Yeah, terrible weekend.
Come to the race, he was about a minute off the pace.
He was, but he was one of only 2 rookies to stay on track the whole race.
That's
so
true.
shout out Ollie Behrman.
What a weapon. Liam Lawson. Oh, mate. I'm going to rip into this guy. In qualifying, so he had a terrible first lap, and we're like, it's okay, he's got another chance.
Mm-hmm.
And then on the penultimate corner, he locks a wheel, goes on the grass, out in Q1. Just a fucking shit. That car, that Red Bull, is solely... I'm now fully confident that car is solely built for Max Verstappen.
100%.
No one else.
And you got to feel bad for Checo because I bagged the hell out of him. He's so terrible. He's so shit.
Yeah.
But in comparison, he was pretty fucking good.
Perez and Ricciardo are on a yacht somewhere in Monaco just laughing. Laughing right now. And you know that rich laugh? With a glass of champagne? That's them right now.
Oh, 100%.
Genuinely.
And when Max leaves, they're going to be a bottom team.
When Max leaves, I will laugh. I will laugh for days. Just can't wait because I don't like Christian Horner. think he's very cocky.
I really don't like him.
And that whole scandal last year.
Someone paid a lot of money to keep that quiet.
Someone got the wang out. That's what happened. He did. So, yeah, a lot going on there.
Can we shout out Bortoleto, though? Because he out-qualified his teammate, Hulkenberg.
He did. How good. And he knocked out a Mercedes. Kimi Antonelli. In a kick salver.
In a salver.
That is impressive.
That is very,
Good on him. What a weapon.
What a weapon.
Just a Brazil. And you know what? One of my Brazilian mates pulled me up on how to pronounce his name. So you know how the English way is, Gabriel Bortoleto. It's actually pronounced Gabriel Bortoleto.
Ooh.
Like it's some Portuguese, the Portuguese language and the accent.
I'm not gonna try that.
Oh, it is so good.
I actually met him when I did my pit lane walk.
How was that? You met Gabriel Bortoleto.
Oh, I did. He was cute.
He's
I
so
like
innocent.
him. He is, but he's a kid. You look at him, and he's just a kid. As are all the rookies. Oh my god, they're so young.
I figured out when Kimi Antonelli was born in 2006. It's the year that Italy won the World Cup in 2006, and I was in Italy, and I have fond memories of that day. So I have a memory. It's just so crazy. This man wasn't even born yet, or he was probably just born, and I'm 4 years old, hanging off my dad's shoulders in the middle of Rome. It's unreal how young these kids are.
Insane.
It's unbelievable.
It's crazy.
Lando Norris took pole in Melbourne.
Expected,
no shock.
I would have loved Oscar though in his home race.
Yeah, that would have been amazing. I was genuinely rooting because I figured, I think me and you from the start realised that Ferrari didn't have any pace. Just nothing there.
Well,
in qualifying, there was none there.
Albon out-qualified him.
Yep. Albon out-qualifies both Ferraris. That is just so
That gives it to you.
I wanted to cry. Leaving that track and just seeing, because obviously having Ferrari merch on, knowing that a McLaren fan, a Red Bull fan, a Mercedes fan, a Williams fan, an RB fan, don't forget Yuki Tsunoda also qualified ahead of one of the Ferraris.
He should be in that Red Bull, just saying.
Yeah, he should be. It was a fantastic qualifying session.
So many surprise. First race of the season, there was so many things shocked me.
So many shocks.
Yeah.
And then the race came the next day, and we knew that it was going to be a wet race, as we all checked out.
Typical Melbourne, 40 degrees the day before, and then bloody raining.
17 degrees, and like my nipples were, like I could shave cheese quite easily. How cold it was the next day. It's just, does this prove climate change is real? How can you go from a 40-degree day, almost 40 degrees, to 17?
I've never been so cold in my life.
Neither.
It was insane.
Yeah.
Shout out Fangio Premium Stand. We're on the cover.
So we got our seats were on the main straight. We could see all the pit stops and the podium and the race start, of course. And if it wasn't for that premium seating with that undercover area, we would have been in a lot of trouble. Especially my dad. He can't handle. You know my dad.
Yeah.
He can't handle the cold.
Shout out Dale for getting those tickets.
Shout out Dale. Dale is Brianna's dad. For anyone wondering, he got the tickets secured. He did really well. Cost a lot. Was it worth it in the end? But regardless, it was a great day. Wet race, so we knew there was going to be carnage, and the carnage happened before the fucking race began.
Isaac Hadjar. Oh my! Because he was the best rookie out in qualifying. He had an amazing.
I think he was. Yeah.
He was.
Yep.
He had an amazing qualifying. So that was. Oh.
I was so hyped for him. I was so excited.
And you gotta feel for him when he was crying.
When he was crying.
Anthony Hamilton's arms.
Yeah.
My dad is going to hate that I'm saying this. On the plane ride home, every time I looked at his phone, he was just rewatching the video of Anthony hugging Isaac. He thinks it's such a beautiful moment. He's watched it.
Did he cry when it happened? Because we saw it on the screen. I was like, look, Anthony Hamilton is literally consoling.
I told you, my dad's obsessed with the Hamilton family. Literally, that whole 4-hour flight home.
Yeah.
I kept looking, and he's just rewatching it over, reading all the comments.
The whole flight home.
All right, he's just rewatching Anthony Hamilton.
Is he okay?
He just class act though by Anthony Hamilton.
Fair enough. Oh wow. To be fair, I felt really bad. It's his first race. He's worked so hard to get to that position.
Oh yeah, and his family.
To just bin it like that. Look, wet conditions. Don't get me wrong. Liam Lawson later on in the race did the same thing, but to do it
in the
on
exact same
formation lap.
Oh, it's got to hurt. But I believe he's going to have a real good career ahead of him, and he'll look back and laugh at this one day.
Yeah. He has the makings to be a world champion. I'm calling it now. He was so close to beating Bortoletto in the F2 championship.
Yeah.
There was a few points in it, I'm pretty sure. So he will be a great driver. Then we haven't even got to the start of the race. The lights go out. It's lights out and away we go. Shout out Crofty. So everyone gets through the first few corners okay, very gingerly on the cold intermediate tyres. Jack Doohan.
The guy who's apparently only got 3 races. Not a good start. That's not a good first race.
Franco Colapinto's on his way. I mean...
Oh, he's
on his way. So Jack Doohan had a point to prove in Melbourne.
Got a feel for him, though. The pressure on him.
Yeah, he just couldn't deliver. The pressure on him is insane. And you know what? For all the rookies, a wet race, that's tough, right? The conditions, on a wet track like that, where the rain is getting heavier, is hard. The main, the standout drivers struggle at times. So what surprised me about Jack is that where he crashed is the car shouldn't do what it did. The car, he had traction at that point. So the spin just must have thrown him off. There was no way. If that was me, I would have had my foot, because I'm about 200 metres off the exit of the corner. I know I can put my foot down. That was fucked.
Yeah.
That would have got the heart
rate. He's
rate
gone.
going.
Franco Colapinto was laughing at that. But
yeah.
Under safety car, who spins out?
Ferrari's former employee, Carlos Sainz, on the final corner now.
Not so smooth operator.
No, it wasn't. But according to James Vowers, it wasn't his fault.
You're always going to say that, though. About your star.
Maybe the telemetry. I don't know, but they called it, Carlos on the radio said a massive torque surge. So that means when he puts his foot on the accelerator, the car is delivering more power than he wants to. So it's a torque surge. It's gone up. That is not what you want going around that final corner. I hate the final corner at Melbourne as well. It just makes no sense. I hate it. Mm-hmm. It's terrible. I don't like it whatsoever. So to have that in the rain and then have that snap, not great. Max Verstappen running in P2 just shit the bed. Ran wide. Piastri just went straight through. Good on him. Was that down? Is that purely a driver error, or was that the car for Max? Probably a driver error. He just had Piastri in his mirrors and just thought, I'm under pressure here.
Yeah.
Let me...
By the local hero.
Yeah. Everyone wants me. You know what? Maybe he did it on purpose. He just wanted the crowd to get up and about. Maybe
what a man.
Maybe... Good on you, Max. Maybe Max knew.
Are we talking about the same Max? Because he would never.
Yeah, he would never. I mean, did he really... I reckon he did that on purpose. He probably thought and knew that Piastri would make a mistake, which he did. And Lando Norris. But before that, Fernando Alonso just... came out of turn 6.
What did I say? Biggest flop of the year.
Coming out of turn 6-7. Oh,
fuck. 6-7. Keep that in.
Oh, that's so cringe. He binned it out of turn 6 and turn 7. Just got a wheel on the gravel and just spun the car around. Me and you thought it was a massive hit. And apparently on the TV feed it looked big. But they were showing the picture-in-picture, which is an onboard of another car, while you're watching, on the big screen, to another battle. But on the radio, on the replay, it wasn't even that bad. It was fine. So, but again, his issue, his mistake.
Dare I say, he's just too old.
Could be. Maybe the reflexes aren't as good as they used to be. Surely, naturally, they would decrease, right?
Well, what is he, 44 this year?
Should we look it up? Let's have a look. Good question.
I think he's 44 this year.
I think...
Shout out 44, Lewis Hamilton.
Okay, Fernando Alonso.
Fun fact, while he researches that, every time I fill up my car with petrol, I put $44 in.
No.
Because it's my good luck omen to Lewis Hamilton. And it worked once. Only once.
Only once. Fernando Alonso Diaz was born on the 29th of July, 1981, making him 43 years of age.
So, yeah, he's turning 44 this year.
Wow. Yep.
I told you.
What a man. Well done, Brianna.
Thank you. Shout out me.
And speaking of 44, lap 44, my God, did it kick off. Just fucking everyone just went for it. My God. The rain returned. We got told over the PA at the race that the rain would get heavier, and did it just. Both McLarens go off at turn 13, I think it was, the grassed area. It was the corner before the penultimate corner. At the same time as that, Charles Leclerc, going for a move on Yuki Tsunoda, just thought, the tyres just went, nah, no way. Spins the car around. Piastri then beaches it on the grass, which is something I never thought I'd see in a million years. He finally got out and got away with it. Lost a load of positions, but managed to get going again and recover. Good on him. I was saying to my old man, if that wasn't in Melbourne, do you reckon he would have just retired and hopped out the car?
No.
You don't
Not
think
my
so?
Oscar. I think if that was Stroll,
if that was Lance Stroll, he's done that in Brazil.
Yeah.
What an idiot. I mean, okay, I'm not going to get into that.
But but the atmosphere in Melbourne, when Oscar
so
got himself
loud.
out of that.
It was fucking loud.
That was so good.
Crazy. Good on him. I mean, if there was anyone with that much determination to get out, I haven't seen determination like that since like Lewis Hamilton back in McLaren days, like when he was a rookie. So when the McLarens went off and it just all kicked off and we saw the rain coming down, everyone's thinking we're going to either pit this lap or the next lap, which is what everyone did except 3 drivers. Yuki Tsunoda and both fucking Ferraris. Why did they not box, Brianna?
Why not at least box one of them?
How about look out the fucking window and say, it's actually coming down a little bit
But
longer.
Lewis's engineer said no more rain. Charles said heavy rain coming. Why is there so much miscommunication?
Are they not looking at the same radar? What's going on?
But Carlos Sainz, who's being a strategist for Albon, could tell. And he's a driver. Yeah. So why can't a proper strategist...
Oh, it's just typical Ferrari. I was so upset. And what made it even worse, the fans... like the little kids that were around us, when they saw Hamilton go into the lead in Melbourne. Not knowing that he hadn't pitted yet, my heart broke. I was pissed off at my dad.
I was one of those little kids.
I was pissed off at my dad. He started celebrating, and I'm like, hey, mate, how about you pipe down? They haven't pitted yet. They're on dry tyres on a soaking wet track. Did you see that shot of the cars going into turn 1? The spray was unreal. And then you look and you see... Lewis Hamilton and Charles Leclerc on hard compound tyres. Why are they doing that?
Keep in mind, this is my first race as a Ferrari fan.
Welcome aboard.
Also, would have loved a red flag during the race. Like, how many laps was under a safety car?
A lot of laps. Because then,
news first.
When all that happened, Bortoletto and Lawson both crashed out at pretty much the same time. I thought that would have been a red flag because that is a prolonged safety car.
Yeah.
You need to get 2 recovery vehicles on the track. Just red flag it.
Red flag it.
Have a standing start.
What everyone wants. It was lap after lap after lap on the safety car.
When it's a red flag like that, when there's 2 separate accidents like that, I get why they'd have the safety car out, but a red flag would have been more exciting. I mean, first race of the year.
More exciting, but also like safer. Could have got rid of that so much faster.
Yeah.
That's what Crofty said. I'm just quoting Crofty.
And then the final lap, Verstappen chasing Norris. When the safety car came in, the whole field was in a big line, and Verstappen was on the back of Norris. So in the end, I think either Max the conditions suited him. I don't know what, or Norris just under pressure. Like he said on Drive to Survive, he doesn't like being under pressure because stuff goes in his head and just makes him make a mistake.
We've seen that a couple of times.
Seen that a few times. But
can we talk about Oscar's overtake on Lewis? As much as I love Lewis,
that would have hurt you. That would have hurt you.
It did. Yeah. It did. But, geez, that was good.
That's a contender, honestly, for overtake of the year.
That was...
In the wet, like around the outside of that chicane, do you know how much bravery and balls you need to pull that off?
And that's why he's going to be world champion.
I agree, because I wouldn't even attempt that in the F1 game. I'd be too scared to. Imagine that in real life. And we didn't even see it on the feed because we were so focused on Verstappen and Norris. We had to wait until the race had finished. And the guy on the PA is like, everyone calm down. Look at this from Oscar Piastri, your home hero. And the overtake was so good.
Insane.
I was just in shock. What a weapon. Good on him.
Good on him. But that man, Lewis, in his debut for Ferrari, comes home with one singular point.
Yeah. And another thing I have to talk about regarding Lewis and his race engineer. Bring back Bono. Bring back Bono. The new guy, Lewis's new engineer, Riccardo Adami, has been at Ferrari for nearly 10 years, or over 10 years.
It was Sebastian Vettel's.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So why, when Lewis says on the radio, stop repeating what the fuck you're saying, mate, I heard you the first time.
That fucking K1, pardon?
Go one on, please. Go one on. And Lewis
instead of that, mate, tell us if there's rain coming.
Yeah. Just so you know, there's rain coming in 10 minutes. And then he's telling him something about DRS. Like,
he's a 7-time world champion. I think he knows how to use his DRS.
He knows what he's doing. The communication at Ferrari. So, whoever's listening, if you are like Brianna and a Lewis fan and go wherever he goes, just welcome to the shit show that is Ferrari. I
spent $120 on a Lewis Hamilton Ferrari hat at the Grand Prix. Just got to add that in.
You got ripped. Anyway, and then Kimi Antonelli's unsafe release that he got overturned.
Yeah, so P4.
Finished P4, demoted to P5, straight back to P4. Thank you very much. Toto gave him an ultimatum. He said to the FIA and the stewards, I'll either haunt your family forever or you'll rescind that penalty, which they did. Brilliant.
And that means Sauber left with more points than Ferrari. Kick Sauber in the Ben 10 car.
Fuck's sake. I mean, it grinds my gears.
Gotta
Nico
love the Hulk,
Hülkenberg,
though.
just an absolute stallion. He said, you know what? I am old as shit compared to the rest of the grid, but let me just show you how it's done. Correct. But he's one of the oldest.
Yeah.
I think he's the third oldest. So
he would be.
It'll be Fernando, Lewis, then Nico. Or Nico. Right? Just a weapon. Unbelievable how good he is. And, mate, just to leave there knowing you've got less points than a fucking kick Sauber.
Oh, it's got to hurt.
It hurt me. It cut me deep.
So
deep.
In rain, shivering, flown all the way to Melbourne, and a kick Sauber has got more points than Ferrari. So that's Melbourne?
That's Melbourne. Disappointing.
I can't believe we were there. Now it's done.
Now 2 races are done. China. Yeah, let's talk about China.
Let's talk about the sprint
As a Ferrari
quali.
fan, let's talk about China.
I mean, it started on a high. Let's get into it.
Started on a high. Liam Lawson. Fucking hell, mate. Liam Lawson out in SQ1, P20.
I have no word.
Yeah.
I didn't think he would be up there with Max.
Yep.
But I was not expecting.
I was expecting.
He's fighting Sauber. Oh, I mean, Ferrari's fighting Sauber as well.
He genuinely is fighting the kick Saubers in a Red Bull and qualifying behind them.
I know that car's suited for Max, but how do you get like 2nd and 20th?
It's just, is the pressure getting to him, or is that car genuinely so suited to Max no one else has a chance? Could be. You don't know.
They are going to struggle when Max leaves.
Is there a curse on that seat? Because since Daniel Ricciardo left, you had Pierre Gasly, flopped. Alex Albon, flopped. Sergio Perez was good.
2023 won 2 races?
2021. Well, 2021 he won.
Oh yeah, let's
3.
take it back.
He won 2 in 2021. I think 3 in 2022. 2 in 2023. Yeah, Liam Lawson. So out in SQ1, we had Jack Doohan, Pierre Gasly, Ocon, Hülkenberg, Liam Lawson in a fucking Red Bull. Gross. And then SQ2 to make Lawson feel a little bit better. Hadjar, turn 1, just lost the rear, and that ruined his chance to get into SQ3. So I felt bad for him. I was so excited. I thought Hadjar could genuinely make it to SQ3.
I really, really like Hadjar. I'm excited to see what
I love him. Just that mole on his nose that he's got is so fucking just adorable. You know, like the man's 18 or 19.
Oh my God, I forget how young they are.
Yeah, we're old. We're both 22.
But
then finally, Brianna's moment came, ladies and
oh
gentlemen.
my God.
Lewis Hamilton took
Take
pole.
sprint pole. Come on, Lewis.
A 1 minute 30.849 to give him his first pole. Even though, does it count? It would, right? I don't know. Does sprint?
Debatable. But still, pole position and sprint.
Yeah.
I lost it.
You would have.
Oh, I wish you were there.
I was with my dad. We're currently renovating our house, so we were forced to watch it in the alfresco in the beaming heat, and we were loving it. Just so happy for him because all the doubters, you know, like, oh, Lewis is going to get to Ferrari and not really accomplish anything.
Yeah, he's past his prime. He's old. Like, oh.
Yeah, he did well. Pole position by, I think, a 10th and a half, was it? Well, I can't remember, but it was pole position nonetheless. But he got lucky.
Verstappen.
He got lucky, yeah. So there was a little bit in between Verstappen and Hamilton. Norris, however, locked up at the hairpin. That's why he
I think he would have taken...
pits. I got scared. I was like... My dad was celebrating. I was like, hey, mate, just relax. We still have Norris and Verstappen to come.
Yeah, the two worst
You don't celebrate until they cross the line.
And we must add, 3 drivers broke the record for lap time in China.
And they were Lewis?
Norris, Verstappen. Sorry, Piastri, Verstappen, and Hamilton. All 3 of them beat it. So
it's a testament to
but Hamilton on top.
How quick the cars are going. Right. Then the sprint race starts.
Keep in mind, we were watching this at my birthday party.
We are a few drinks deep at this point. Okay, so we are having the time of our lives, celebrating the life that is Brianna's. And
what a birthday present.
What a birthday. Lewis Hamilton.
And guess what, guys? That morning, I put $44 of fuel into my car. So I'm going to put it on that.
It worked. Well
Finally,
done.
for once.
So it was it was a great start from Lewis. And then Norris, turn 3.
I'm going to leave this to you because it was my party.
Were you in and out of it?
I was in and out of it. I saw the start. I was happy. I came back.
Yep.
So I'll leave this to you.
I'll leave this to you. So Norris, in turn 3, so he got through the first 2 corners okay. And I think I was chatting to your dad at this point. He was just reveling in, come on, Lewis, come on. And I'm like, mate, fucking relax. 19 laps, come on. We got this. Anyways, Norris in turn 3 just went on the grass. Nearly spun the car around. Managed to keep it together, but he lost a whole bunch of positions. That's why he was down in like P9 or something.
Yes.
Cooked it. Just absolutely cooked it. That's Norris now coming to fucking punch me in the mouth. Lap 4 of the sprint, we had Liam Lawson just literally smashing into Jack Doohan. Yeah. The two men...
The 2 flops.
The 2 men fighting for their careers at this point just hit each other.
Yeah.
Yeah. So Lawson just sent it down the inside. I don't think Doohan expected it and just straight into him. Gasly Hadjar turn 1. Big up. The only thing that happened in the sprint was that. Apart from that, nothing else.
And then Lewis won.
Yeah.
Happy birthday to Prix, he said. Thank you,
Lewis.
Lewis.
Happy birthday to Prix. I just remembered. Something else did happen. Right at the very end, as we're celebrating Lewis's win, Jack Doohan literally T-boned Gabriel Bortoleto at the hairpin.
Doohan. What you doing?
Are you doing okay, Doohan? Because you're not doing what you're meant to be doing.
Colin Pinto he's warming up. He
is reveling. He's ready to go. I'm scared for Jack. I really am.
Let's not take away from Lewis. Lewis won the sprint. That's his first sprint win.
I think...
No, that is his first.
It is? Yeah, I think it might be. 2021.
I thought we were so back at that point. Yeah. Little Bree did not know what was going to happen later that day.
I blame the alcohol on that one. That sort of...
But Doohan...
That thought.
Oh, he's gone.
Jack Doohan?
Yeah.
Jack Doohan might be finished, yeah. He's cooked. All right, and then... So it was a busy race weekend for everyone because as soon as that 19-lap sprint's done, you've got like an hour to eat your lunch or something, and then you're right into main qualifying. Boy, did it kick off with a bang. Jack Doohan. Literally T-boned another rookie 2 hours before and then just spun it.
I've run
Turn
out of
6.
words for doing. I don't know what to say anymore.
Yeah, Jack doing, and if you've run out of words for Jack, just hold. Liam Lawson just said, "Hold my fucking beer," because he qualified P20 again.
Lawson.
Oh my God, Liam! What are you
Liam
doing?
Lawful.
Liam Slowson. That's what I've seen on Instagram recently.
Yeah, I keep seeing that.
Everyone commenting Liam Slowson.
How many races until they swap with Yuki?
5 by Miami. I reckon he's finished. If he qualifies P20 in Japan,
finished.
And then Bahrain. We got Japan next, then Bahrain, and then Saudi. By Miami, I'm gonna say here's my hot take for the fucking week: Red Bull will sack Liam Lawson before Miami.
Bahrain will Colapinto be in? Because apparently Doohan's got told 3 races.
What was the point of even signing him?
I think it was before they knew Colapinto's potential. Colapinto is larger than Alpine.
Yeah.
And to follow it,
the amount of Argentinians that I've seen in
the
my comment section. Oh my! Shut up. We get it. Jesus. Lord have mercy. Colapinto's a great driver, but just slow down, yeah? Lawson P20 again. So that left him at the back, and then Bortoletto P19, Doohan 18th, Behrman 17th, Gasly 16th. Q2, nothing really happened. It was Sainz 15th, Stroll 14th, Alonso 13th, Hulkenberg 12th, and then Ocon 11th.
Sainz he's not had the start to the season as I was expecting.
No, now another thing, I don't actually know what happened to Carlos because I was a lot of beverages deep at your party. I didn't watch Q2 or 3. I watched Q1.
I watched Q3. I couldn't tell you much.
No? Well, Q3...
but all you need to know is Ferrari had no pace. They're not up there.
Q3...
The sprint quali compared to qualifying, I don't know.
Absolutely horrendous.
Coming off a Lewis win in the sprint, I expected more.
Yeah, it was disappointing to see. Piastri just put in a stonking lap. Just an absolute cracker.
And that's his first pole position.
Yeah.
Shout out Oscar.
He's got a couple sprint poles, but they must not count.
Yeah. Well, he doesn't have a race pole position. He's won a few races, but he's never started pole. And
boy, didn't he run with it. So he had a lap time of 1 minute 30.641, which is 0.2 faster than Hamilton's sprint pole. Did the track conditions improve? Did McLaren just have a terrible lap in the sprint? How did Piastri get 0.2 on the pole time?
And there goes Lewis's record.
Now
Piastri's got it, so
that's finished.
And that's so yesterday.
All right, race day. It's lights out, and away we go. George Russell just thought he was invisible and just sent it into turn 1. Thankfully, he backed out of it because I would have been a very unhappy man if he took out Oscar Piastri. All right, we have a small interruption, but we will be back very shortly. Okay. Lap 1. So, Russell, where were we? Russell then was on the back of Norris for P2, and I'm thinking, he's going to get him. Has Norris dropped in pace? That Mercedes looks faster than I thought. And props to Brianna, you called it. You said Mercedes are a force to be reckoned with. And I thought, you know what, maybe not, because they literally have an 18-year-old behind the wheel. My God, was I incorrect.
So typical, though. Lewis leaves and they just come out with this rocket ship.
Yeah.
Done it on purpose. Fuck you, Toto.
They just... they're just so lucky. They clearly just want to prove a point to Ferrari and Lewis to say, hey, you made a big mistake going there, mate. We are going to fucking beat you. And they did. And then, I was excited. Max got jumped by both Leclerc and Hamilton, but then Leclerc just got a little bit too excited. Literally almost took out his teammate. Broken front wing.
So it's Ferrari.
It's Ferrari.
It's Ferrari.
You both jump a 4-time world champion, but you had to fucking mess it up some way, and they did. Charles Leclerc knocks his front wing, which I thought, I don't know about you, Brianna, I thought he was going to pit. That looked pretty significant damage.
Yeah. I don't know how he didn't.
A whole M plate has come off that car. How has that man survived that? And I know it's going to be tough for you to admit, with a broken front wing, he was quicker than Lewis.
Where did that speed come from?
What? He defied physics.
Charles Leclerc.
Charles Leclerc, my boy.
My glorious king.
My glorious king. Lap 1 was chaotic because Gabriel Bortoleto spun. Just out of nowhere. Dirty air maybe, who knows, a gust of wind, but he just sent it, kept it out of the gravel. No, he put it in the gravel, didn't beach it. But shit show from there for him. Lap 4. Fernando Alonso's brakes turned into the California wildfires and just burnt alive.
Ding, ding, ding. Biggest flop of the year.
Okay, well, that's not his fault.
No, it's not his fault.
Down to
but
the car.
2 DNFs.
2 DNFs, 2 races. Not what... Adrian Newey. He's the king. Let's be honest. He's the genuine aerodynamic GOAT.
Oh, yeah.
So I'm scared for what they do, especially next year. The new regs. World champions, maybe. But...
It'll take him a couple of years.
As of right now, yeah, they're not looking great.
Does Max go to Aston or Mercedes?
Didn't Aston Martin offer Max Verstappen like $1 trillion? How much was that offer? It was a lot of money.
What do they do in that situation? Is it Alonso Max and they just sideline Stroll until Alonso retires?
Maybe Fernando.
Fernando is going to want new regulations, and Adrian Newey, he's going to want
He's going to want to stay there, yeah. And I genuinely think...
You owe it to him.
You do. I don't think Max wants to be at Red Bull.
Oh, he's gone after this year.
You reckon? Where's he going to go?
Mercedes. Well, Mercedes are presumed to be the best car next year.
That scares me.
That terrifies me.
I thought it was Ferrari. Because why else would Lewis Hamilton sign that contract?
But then, if Max goes to Mercedes, who do you get rid of? Kimi or George?
You'd have
Toto lover or schoolboy?
Nah, you'd have to get rid of Kimi.
I would say gets rid of George. That's the whole reason he wouldn't give Lewis the deal he wanted, because he wanted to... He reckons Kimi's the next Max.
He probably is. Like, to be honest, he probably is.
He's found a gem.
If you get
George
Max
Russell's
Verstappen,
gone.
You reckon?
George Russell's gone. Unless Kimi fucks it this year. But P16 to P4, he's got potential.
Don't get me wrong. He's got a lot of... It could just be a straight swap. They might go Kimi to Red Bull. Because who's going to pass up Max Verstappen?
Yeah, Max will come to Mercedes, but they're going to get rid of George.
You think?
And George, buddy, you don't want to go to Red Bull because that car is... If your name's not Max Verstappen, you're not driving that car.
You know what? I'm going to actually say a bold prediction here while we're trying to review the race. But once Max leaves that team, that Red Bull car is they're going to have to rebuild it to suit their number one driver. They are going to be
shockers.
They're going to be midfield.
Yeah, midfield.
If Max leaves next year or
could
end of
even
this
be
year,
bottom. Lost its P20 all the time.
That car just...
Imagine that.
They're lucky
from
they've got
winning
Max. Yeah.
To being down there.
It's incredible in F1 how fast you can fall. Like 2020 Ferrari is a classic example. They went from winning about, I think it was 6 races in 2019. They were literally back of the grid in 2020. COVID just messed them up. Just took them... They were horrendous. After being consecutive race winners in 2019 to not winning a single race in 2020 and being, like, without a doubt, the highest I think they got was 3rd from Leclerc, and he got lucky.
We're getting a little bit distracted.
Yeah, sorry. I just love this club. Love this team so much. Now,
well, I can't say the same. I'm 2 races in as a Ferrari fan, and you're not selling it to me.
No, I know. So I sold Brianna the dream to join Ferrari as a fan base, and it's not gone down well at all, has it?
I'll take the sprint win, but besides that, it's been hell.
It's been fucking shit.
I'm better off supporting Kick Sauber.
At the moment, yeah, they feel more inviting. I don't know what lap it was, but Esteban Ocon overtook Kimi Antonelli on the grass. He had so much track on the left-hand side, the outside line, into the hairpin. So, Kimi Antonelli, Brianna, I'll go like this. Kimi Antonelli here, Esteban Ocon here. Kimi Antonelli has closed the door for Ocon to go to the inside. So, he's telling Ocon, hey, mate, go around this way. Do you think Esteban Ocon did that? fuck no.
It's Ocon.
He squeezed his car in the small... half of his car was on the grass. Kicked up a load of dirt. I'm watching it going, oh my God, he's going to fucking go off the track and almost die. No, he pulled it off. But that was incredible from Ocon. Stupid,
but...
Stupid move, but well done. Pulled it off. Lap 16, when everyone's tyres were starting to shit the bed, Williams just found a groove with their tyres and said, you know what, just Steph Curry'd their way to the lead. Alex Albon led the Chinese Grand Prix. Oh, that was crazy. Even though he hadn't boxed, but that's a good sign that Williams can take care of their tyres.
It's a good sign that my double Williams podium might happen.
Could happen. You never know.
In my dreams.
Because I was obviously at the footy watching the race on my phone, and I was like, what did I miss? I looked down, and Alex Albon's leading the Grand Prix. And I think it was a decent gap. So I'm like, okay, is he trying to build a gap here so that when he boxes, he comes out in like third place? What's he doing? Freaked me the fuck out. Team orders.
But Lewis suggested it. Did you know that?
He did.
Yeah.
He did. He suggested it, but after 2 races, I don't know. Ferrari swap Leclerc and Hamilton. Now, Lewis said he was slow. He reckons Leclerc had more pace, which he did. Mm-hmm. But
when it came to doing it, Lewis switched up a little bit.
Lewis, he was just like...
I've got the pace now, buddy.
But yeah, why did he switch up? Why do you reckon he switched
I
up?
think he wanted to do it on his terms. Because by that point, Leclerc was a bit far back. He just said, get him closer to me and I'll do it. He's a 7-time world champion. Let it be on his terms.
Yeah.
But he was the one who suggested it. So I see all these articles, make up shit.
Yeah. I mean, it's not ideal.
As Fred said, calm down.
Just relax. I'll tell you who didn't calm down. Ollie Behrman. Ollie Behrman is a fucking legend of the sport already. Does a switchback move on Liam Lawson in the chicane, not in the chicane, in the hairpin, and gets on the radio and says, ciao, to a man in a Red Bull.
Ciao.
Do you know how insane you have to be to say that? Doesn't care. He knows Lawson's under pressure. He's just going to say...
Oh, Lawson, remember when he gave Checo the finger last year during the race?
But again, that is a car that's not meant to be doing that.
Yeah, ciao.
He was in an RB.
Yeah.
He's in an RB. He's given Checo the finger last year at Checo's home race. Absolute weapon.
And then took his seat.
And then...
But look at what he's done with his seat. Oh, God.
Ollie Behrman just goes, mate, have a bit of that. Ciao. In a Haas.
Yeah.
Wow. Incredible. Then he did the same thing again. A few laps later. Jack Doohan, the exact same move. Carbon copy, says ciao on the radio. I think surely his engineer was like, hey, Ollie.
Yeah.
Pipe it down a bit, mate.
Calm down.
Just relax. You might spin it.
Yeah. You're in a Haas.
You're in a Haas.
Can we just talk about the switch up? They were horrible in Melbourne.
They were disgraceful.
Bottom or bottom.
That could tell us they're not good in the wet. Never know.
That's telling.
But in China,
whole different playing field.
Different category. What the fuck? Where do they come from? After the we'll get into that. After some post-race results, Ocon is 5th.
Double points.
Double points
for Williams as well, but we'll get to that.
Yeah. Lap 53 is when all my hopes and dreams were dashed when Verstappen overtook Leclerc for P4. Tyres just went to shit.
Max came alive at the end.
Exploded. Just turned into vintage Max. Like 2021 to 23 Max just came out and just said, fuck it. Here I am.
Yeah, I never left.
If you think I left...
He's got to make up for the embarrassing act Lawson's doing.
You know what? Let's book Max Verstappen to the best chiropractor in the world.
Oh, yeah.
He is carrying that team. That team weighs more than 100 tons right now. With all the controversy with Christian and just bad second drivers, he is carrying the fucking team. And his back must be fucking...
Because 2 years in a row now.
2 years in a row. I would be depressed.
He's hurting. He's going to get out of that team.
He's thinking, I've got no help whatsoever. Why am I
Where's Kimmy?
Where's Kimmy? Yep.
I'm calling it now.
Kimmy
and Max teammates next year.
All right. I'm going to say the opposite. I'm going to say Max and George, and I reckon Kimi goes to Red Bull.
His career's finished.
All right. And the checkered flag, of course, our boy, Oscar Piastri.
Representing Australia.
Come on. What a weapon. Wins his 3rd race in his career. Piastri wins just a dominant 1-2. McLaren they are cruising to the championship.
I am so excited throughout the year to just watch them. Each race, just one of them wins, the other one wins. It's going to be a sick battle between them.
It's going to be a great battle.
But if Papaya Rules makes its way into it.
Team orders.
Not yet. But I really wish Piastri didn't have... I really wish in Melbourne what happened to Piastri didn't happen because they'll be a lot closer.
Yeah.
But never say never.
There's a long season
Verstappen's only 8 points off Norris as well. Did you know that?
I do. That is...
Verstappen, he's just a different breed. As much as I hate him...
He could be in a Sauber and get it 5th.
Yeah.
Just starting last. He can get it 5th.
Hulkenberg did that in Melbourne.
Yeah. And then we were pretty happy with the results.
Oh, yeah, it was all right. But it was points. It was better than the P8, P10 that we had the week before.
It was another double points, but it was a lot more points for Ferrari.
So, you know what? We were like, we'll take it.
Yep. I had plans for after the AFL game I attended to go out for dinner.
Ding, ding, ding.
My phone rings. Pierre Gasly and both Ferraris are under investigation for technical breaches. When I tell you my heart sunk, it's an understatement. My heart broke because I knew immediately that means a disqualification. What did you think, Brianna? Because I'm about to fucking lose it.
At first, I thought it was only Gasly and Leclerc, and that broke me enough.
Yep.
And then when the news came out about Lewis, I just... You're really not selling this Ferrari shit to me.
No, I do apologise. Lewis Hamilton... Okay, let me just... fuck you know, it just pisses... Lewis Hamilton's skid block was worn too thin. So the skin block has to be 9 millimetres thick, minimum. Ferrari wore it down to 8.5 millimetres thick. So half of a millimetre too thin. Right? Do you know how thin that is?
I think you're going to tell me how thin.
Craig Slater from Sky Sports literally showed the same thing. It's like your ID is thicker.
You're joking.
Or just as thick as 0.5 millimetres. That's how much. But you have to follow the rules. Ferrari just don't follow rules. Yeah. Then, the pain hit even more. Charles Leclerc. And we have to include Pierre Gasly. Come on. We have to, he's
so
suffered the same
technically, doing on top.
Doing on top.
Doing big Gasly.
Yes. Fucking oath. Both of them were below the minimum weight of 800 kilograms. F1 teams, the rules are after a race, take a 2-litre fuel sample from the car to sample the fuel. Now, the story is Leclerc's Ferrari had a broken front wing, so already going to be lighter than it should be. So they put a new front ring on. When they weighed the car, it was 800 on the dot. That's not good. Because you got to take some fuel out of that fucking car.
And what does that mean?
You're going to lose weight. They lost a kilo. So obviously 2 litres of fuel must weigh a kilo. So he was 799. And I think it was the same boat for Pierre Gasly. What's going on at Ferrari?
Melbourne, P8, P10, as if that's not bad enough.
Yeah.
0 points in China. Double disqualification. I'll take the P8 and P10, thanks.
Thank God for that sprint win. I mean, if it wasn't for the sprint, if I can't even speak.
If it wasn't for that, Sauber would be in front.
Yeah. We would honestly be not at the bottom, but close.
It's just a joke.
If you're
both disqualified.
Just say that again.
Both Ferraris disqualification.
One more time.
Not P1, P2.
No.
Disqualification.
Yeah.
In race 2. Japan better be good.
I don't think Japan will be good. I think that track is like Max Verstappen just thrives at that circuit. I think he's going to win.
And Lawson will still get P20.
Liam Lawson. Oh, mate, good luck to you.
My dad's best workmate, actually, Ant, is going to the race.
Is he?
Yes.
Oh, my word. Hello.
And he hates to admit it, but he's a Max fan, so he'll love that.
He's in for a treat. I know it's a bit early, but I'm going to make an early call that Max is going to dominate that race. But that's next episode. I'm very depressed, so I'm glad there's a week off F1.
Oh, I need a week off.
I need a week off. Between us going to Melbourne and seeing an abysmal performance like that, and then getting a double disqualification after a sprint win.
How? I just genuinely no words. As two Ferrari fans, this breaks my heart. But thank God for that sprint. Mm-hmm. But that doesn't even bring me joy anymore.
Our emotions were literally, it's a definition of a roller coaster. We fucking felt the win in the sprint. And then a double disqualification. That is the ultimate edge.
Yeah.
That's what that is. That is just absolutely outrageous. I couldn't believe it when I saw that notification on my phone, and I messaged you straight away, and I knew.
Well, you messaged me about Leclerc. We didn't realise. You didn't realise Hamilton.
Yeah, I didn't realise Lewis was next in line.
I said, take this, buddy. Times 2.
Yeah. Hold my beer. That's what you said. You said, hold my fucking beer. Hold my white wine Moscato.
Same with my dad. I had to break it to him. He said, Gasly and Leclerc. And I said, hold on, Dad.
Hang on, mate.
Listen to this.
Listen to this. A 7-time world champion.
He's in Bali, sipping on beers, and he's...
Oh, the Bintang would have got slaughtered after that. Poor Dale.
Oh, my gosh. Well, yeah, like you said, thank God there's a week off because I cannot handle...
No. I needed a week just to recoup, for sure.
Have they come out? Have you watched their interviews since?
No, I just haven't looked.
I haven't looked at F1.
I'll throw my phone across the fucking room, I reckon.
Let this sink in.
Yep.
Ocon, Albon, and Stroll are all beating Lewis and Leclerc. When I said Stroll was going to beat Alonso, I didn't mean Stroll was going to beat Ferrari.
It's early days.
No, it's early days.
Early days, but definitely.
What a start!
Can you just imagine how Italy's feeling?
We're
from Australia. Like, fucking hell. Italy would be on fire right now, I reckon. They'd be...
They've also got Kimi, so...
They got Kimi, yeah, but they bleed. Yeah, they bleed Ferrari. They
bleed red.
We all bleed red, but they've got an extra dose in there. It's a religion, so they would be. Everyone's already short-tempered. Imagine now.
Couldn't write it.
Nah.
Any better.
Nah. What a script that is for Netflix.
Oh, Netflix.
Double disqualification.
Yeah. 7-time world champion debuting for Ferrari. What could go worse?
Everything.
What could go wrong? Oops.
Everything.
P10 and a disqualification.
Yeah.
Plus a sprint win. Yeah, we got to give him that.
We have to. Big up, Lewis. Big up. Well done. All right. I think that is episode 1. We've covered what we needed to cover. We vented.
Episode 2. But our first proper episode.
Episode 2, correct.
Can we just circle back quickly?
Yes.
Haas double points. Last week in Melbourne.
Yeah.
Shocking.
Yeah.
I'm a Haas supporter, guys.
Are you really? Don't say that.
Ocon. Ciao.
Oh, mate. Let's just go through the race results from China So the results were Piastri, Norris, Russell. That was your genuine podium. Okay? Then we've got Verstappen, Ocon, Antonelli, Albon, Behrman, Stroll, Sainz, your top 10.
How did Antonelli get driver of the day? But that doesn't matter.
I don't know, to be honest. Hadjar, P11, Lawson, P12, ahead of Jack Doohan. Bortoletto and Hulkenberg and Sonoda were all lapped. Alonso, his brakes became an oven. And then 3 disqualifications. Our glorious Kings and Pierre Gasly. I've seen enough. Give me a week off.
Give me a week off. We go again in Japan. Shout out Yuki, home race.
Shout out Yuki.
They fucked strategy up worse than Ferrari.
RB? Yeah.
But they just, because they're not up there.
Well, I don't know. His front wing just exploded.
Yeah.
That was strange. That was really weird. I don't know how that happened.
I hope Hopefully points for Yuki in his home race.
Yeah. Imagine a podium.
Imagine if Ferrari can get a podium. Let's start with that.
Let's start with that one.
Whew.
So,
all right,
Japan.
See you in Japan.
On the 4th to the 6th of April, we're going to be here filming our pre-weekend predictions, then our post-weekend reactions. And I really hope...
And everything in between.
Everything in between. I really hope the tables turn. If they don't, I'm going to spin a wheel, and then whichever team it lands on, I'll just buy some merch from there. It'll cost me. I have to put an $8,000 deposit on it.
Oh God, don't even start.
But it'll be worth it.
I still have my Mercedes merch, so it's not too late for me to.
You have you have an escape route. I don't. I only own Ferrari merch. So.
Well, that's a wrap on Melbourne and China.
Wow, what a great couple of weeks to get us into the 2025 season. It's been a roller coaster for us.
One thing's obvious, that McLaren is fast.
They are quick. They are so quick. It's unbelievable. They might not lose a race. Unless Max just turns into 2023 Max. I don't see him losing a race.
I see Mercedes winning a race. And I think
Ferrari
wins.
Yeah,
I think Ferrari wins one. I'm not sure which driver, but I think they win one.
I hope they win one. But I genuinely believe, after seeing that performance from McLaren and how quick they are in qualifying.
I feel like the only hope is Monaco, and you got to get pole position.
Yeah. That's your race.
A 2-stop strategy now.
In Monaco?
Yeah. Like 2-stop mandatory.
Well,
so there goes Ferrari.
Ferrari's not winning.
Ferrari's out.
Ferrari's not winning that, mate.
All right, well,
all right.
Thanks for joining us for another episode of Lights Out Lounge podcast. I've been your co-host, Brianna.
Jayden.
And we'll see you in Japan.
We'll see you in Japan, hopefully not this depressed.
Take care. See ya.